Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin pulls out from the Shakur Stevenson fight, claims to be ill, and honestly, I want to, give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but you can't help but think, if you guys really know boxing and you guys really follow Shakur Stevenson, you know that leading up to this fight, he was very skeptical about whether or not Kid Schofield would actually show up to the fight, and he said, I don't know if they're actually going to be in Saudi because all the shenanigans about a mole in their camp, in the camp of Kid Austin, and talking about how Kid Austin's passport got tampered with. Shakur heard all that and then said to himself, I'm a little bit concerned because I don't know if these guys are even going to make it to fight night. And, here we are, few days from the fight, and we're hearing that Kid Austin is forced to pull out due to illness. And hopefully, if Kid Austin is ill, that's very unfortunate because this was a big opportunity for him. I'm sure he's not happy about having to pull out, but if you're also a little bit of a conspiracy theorist like me, you also think to yourself, like, was this planned? Was this something that was always going to happen? Is this, was this an opportunity for Kid Austin to get his name out there and to be known as the guy that was supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson that one time, and pulls out from the fight so that he has time to build his name? Because a lot of us were thinking this fight was too good to be true, and that Kid Austin was a big name for Shakur Stevenson, but maybe low reward because people were saying it's too green. Even Shakur Stevenson himself said that this fight is too premature to be made, and he's going to make Kid Austin regret taking this fight. And here we have Kid Austin pulling out. Shakur Stevenson is looking for a replacement fight. Maybe it's already announced by now, by the time you're watching this, but I just came to report the facts that Kid Austin did end up pulling out from that fight. What can we really draw from this outcome? And is Kid Austin actually ill? A lot of people on social media have reason to believe that he's faking it, and this was just an opportunity for him to clout chase. I'd like to give Kid Austin the benefit of the doubt, and prayers to him if he is sick, feeling ill, because I know this was a big opportunity for him. Him and his father seemed very excited about the fight within this fight week, but I just don't know to what extent was Kid Austin feeling this a week ago. Is this something that could have been avoided? Because honestly now, and I could be wrong, I don't think that the replacement fight for Shakur Stevenson, if there is one, is going to be at the level of Kid Austin or better, because what great elite fighter is going to take this kind of fight on short notice? Nowadays in boxing, it's so hard to get a fighter to sign the dotted line with a full training camp. If you have a fight against Shakur Stevenson on late notice, I feel like a lot of guys at the highest level right now aren't willing to take that risk. So unfortunately for Shakur Stevenson, he's going to have to settle for whoever, Matchroom and Eddie Hearn can come up with as a replacement fight, or not fight at all. And unfortunately, that's just the way it is, but Shakur Stevenson, he's dealt with situations like this before. Unfortunately, he's dealt with a lot of adversity, and this is another one of those moments where, he kind of predicted it. Shakur said that Kid Schofield might not make it to fight night against him, and said that Kid Austin was talking about the passport issues, a mole in his camp. So this isn't really a surprise to Shakur Stevenson, but it definitely sucks for Shakur because he put in all the work in the training camp. Was set to fight Joe Cordina, had to pull out of that fight because of the hand injury, which was legitimate, and all that money from the training camp. Shakur was very vocal about how much it costed him, and to have to pull out of that Cordina fight and basically throw all that money away that he spent on a training camp that all went to waste, and then to have to deal with this where he was looking forward to fighting a young guy to put him in his place. These guys have history, and Shakur really wanted to stamp that he's not to be played with. He wants smoke. If a guy calls him out, you're not going to be able to just call out a guy like Shakur Stevenson. You're going to have to back it up as well. Unfortunately, Floyd Schofield pulled out like Shakur had anticipated throughout this entire training camp. But, it's unfortunate, but we'll see. Hopefully Shakur gets a good opponent, and, in his next fight after this one, hopefully he can get Tank Davis, because that's the word around town from Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about Kid Austin pulling out due to illness. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next Nabs Boxing video. Peace.